Good morning. This is going to be tomorrow's video, and I'm doing it at 4:44 on Thursday, but it will be the video for Friday, and it's 4:44 a.m. Oh, it was only like 6 minutes ago that I decided to do the video now. Here's the title I selected and wrote one not even good sentence blurb. My beautiful soul. Spur of the moment video as I was listening to Jackie Evancho, feeling and admiring my beautiful soul. I don't know where this one is going. It will be what it will be. I woke up this morning around 2 o'clock and posted the video that I had made with Aristo yesterday. I apologize for the smallness of the images, but I don't know what happened. I couldn't get them to go any larger. Once it created the video, I couldn't even go back to the VOD burner file. But anyway, be that as it may, I've been in a very amazing place. I went to bed listening to Jackie Evancho last night, letting it play while I was sleeping. And as I was listening here this morning to Prelude Live by Jackie Evancho, posted, I don't know when it was posted. I've already gone to the share and I haven't shared it yet, but it was posted in 2012, but it was one of her early videos from before she even went on America's Got Talent. And I love listening to her voice. She's like an angel to me, singing. And it's hard for me not to get goosebumps. I don't even have to try. I don't try not to get goosebumps, but I get goosebumps is what I'm trying to say when I listen to her, and often tears. And I'm reflecting back this morning as I tried to sleep. When I laid down after posting the videos, I laid there for over an hour, and I finally rolled over to look at the time. It was 3:33, and I chuckled. And I hadn't looked at the clock, and from the time that I laid down until I rolled over, just at that exact time. Completion, 3:33. 4:44 is grounding master energy on earth, and that's what I've been feeling. I look back at the events over the past couple of weeks, especially over the last week. My video that was posted last Friday on the summer solstice was a really angry video. I got a lot of praise and a lot of criticism for that. And I was really brokenhearted to have another twin flame / soulmate abandon me. But did she abandon me, or did she just do what was necessary to wake me up? Did she give me a backdoor gift? I've reflected a lot over the past week on that situation, especially since Sunday, when I got my last lengthy email from her, in which she told me that I should stop doing videos for a while at least, because all my videos were a cry for love, and I wasn't giving myself the love that I needed. Maybe she was right. But here's what I learned. She was a test for me. The universe provided that test, just as The previous lady from North Carolina was a test for me. I don't think either lady was consciously testing me. But they were a test nevertheless. And with the most recent one, the lady from Canada, my soul passed the test. Or I should say, my ego passed the test that my soul was giving it. I was willing to love a lady who had issues. Issues from my perspective. Okay, she had health issues. She had financial issues. And I was willing to do what I could to meet her need. I passed my soul's test. I was even willing to marry her sight unseen, having never met, if that would have helped her come to the United States from Canada. I was even willing to go that far. I was willing to take what money I have, I don't have a lot, and to help her with her financial need. I passed the test. I passed the test. She didn't pass the test. She saw anger in me. She saw negative emotions in me. She saw things in me that she didn't like. And I learned what silence meant as I went inside. I finally figured out what her unwillingness to communicate with me meant. She told me in a roundabout way, not directly as I would have. Well, maybe I would have done it in a roundabout way too. I don't know. I'd like to think I'm more direct, but am I always? I don't know. Sometimes I am. Sometimes maybe I'm not. I do believe she loved me. Maybe she still does. But she didn't pass the test. She was unwilling to give me what I needed. I needed communication. Two-way conversation. That's what I needed. It's something that she had in abundance. All she had to do was be willing. She was not willing. She did not pass the test her soul gave her. She was unwilling to love me unconditionally, preferring the energy of Bill Ballard to my own. And Bill Ballard probably did me a favor. I think it was through Bill Ballard that I met her. I think she was Bill Ballard's friend before she was my friend. And like so many others, she was, from my point of view, it might be exactly where she needs to be. It probably is. But from my point of view, she's one of the ones that buy into the New Age spirituality, which is a spirituality of denial, a spirituality of make-believe, a spirituality of pretense, of hypocrisy, a spirituality of positive mental attitude to hide the negative feelings and the negative realities that are part of us. And lots of people are going to start seeing that, because we all have beautiful souls. We're all beautiful people. We just need to be willing to embrace our humanity. And when our soul gives us tests, we need to be willing to go out on the limb and go that extra mile. She was given opportunities, or I should say information, on how she could come to the United States to be with me as she wanted. Back on June 1st, she was given information. She chose not to use it. She was unsettled. She honored herself. She was where she felt she needed to be. So from her perspective, she passed the test. She did what her soul needed to do, what she felt she needed to do to honor herself. And so in that respect, she passed the test. But from the relationship point of view, she failed the test. It's over. I don't need somebody that's going to manipulate me to try to get me where she thinks I need to be lovable. If she can't love me where I am, then she doesn't love me at all. And that's the awakening that I had for my beautiful soul. My beautiful soul and my beautiful ego. My ego's getting it. There's been a lot of people telling me, Ron, you're not listening to your heart. You're not listening to your heart. Nobody has the right to tell me that I'm not listening to my heart. And I don't have the right to tell anybody else that they're not listening to their heart. She was listening to her heart. She did what she needed to do. She just played a role in my life as everybody plays roles in our lives. I thought she was the leading lady. Well, she could have been, but that wasn't meant to be. Obviously, that's not where she was, and so my soul is preparing me to receive the one that is ready to love me as I am. And I may not be perfect when we come together, and she may not be perfect when we come together. There may be flaws of one sort or another. It's not because we've arrived. Nobody's arrived yet. We're still here. We're still in the flesh. We haven't arrived. And we're still living in a world that has a lot of problems. But is it perfect the way it is? Yes and no. Depends which perspective you look at it, because paradoxes in this dimension, in this phase of our evolution, paradoxes are not only real, they are essential. To stretch us out of our mind and get us into our heart, to close the gap between our head and our heart, to get us to see from higher perspectives so that we can connect the dots, so that we can pass the little tests our soul gives us in creating our reality for us, till our ego wakes up enough to go into partnership with our soul, and then maybe we can create our reality from a more conscious place. But we create mostly from an unconscious place, as our beautiful soul lays out tests for us, little challenges for us, little things that seem as obstacles, that seem to get in our way. The negative things that we decry so much are the very things that we need to learn to love. I shared a note on Facebook yesterday of a letter that somebody sent me, signed The Universe, and the email address did not give the indication of who it was. I don't know if I will communicate further with this lady. It was a lady. But in any case, she made it clear at 2 points in the letter that it's the darkness that our gifts are in. That's where the treasure is. That's where the key to our awakening is. It's not in the light. It's in the darkness. It's not in the positivity. It's in the negativity. Are we willing to embrace our beautiful soul, the negative part of it, the shadow part that we like to hide from people, and put on a smiley face and a plastic grin and pretend that everything's okay when we're hurting like hell, but we don't even admit to ourselves that we're hurting. We even cover that up because we're trying to keep the rules of the matrix, the rules of the false spirituality, the rules of dead religion instead of living religion. Yeah. We failed the test so many times. We all did. I did. But this time I passed the test. I passed the test as my soul prepares me to finally receive the unconditional love that I was willing to give to another human being, despite the fact that she had issues, despite the fact that she had baggage. I was willing to love her. Now, there's some things that I can't embrace, and I don't know if that's going to be another test in the future. If it is, I'll probably flunk. At least that's what I feel now, because looks are important to me. Size is important to me. Habits are important to me. I don't want a smoker or a drug addict. I've said that before. I want someone that compliments me, and I don't mean gives me compliments. I mean somebody that's willing to provide for me the love that I need to grow to be the beautiful soul, the beautiful man that I am. Because I'm not completely there yet. And neither is anybody else. God, you're in this body. Wake up. Embrace your humanity. Embrace your frailties. Don't put on the mask of I'm perfect. I've arrived. I'm enlightened. Don't put on that mask. You can if you want to, but you're going to find that you're not where you think you are. When you think you've transcended your ego, and then somebody pushes your button and you defend your ego and you show your ego all over the place, but you're still saying, I don't have an ego. And everybody in the world that looks with clear eyes can see, what is he or she meaning? He or she doesn't have an ego. It's obvious they have an ego. They haven't transcended anything. We've all got beautiful souls and we're all learning lessons. Sometimes we pass and sometimes we fail, but yet there's really no failure. There's just experience. There's just the experience of living a human life as spiritual beings incarnated in flesh, incarnated in a body that has limitations, that sees separation. Can we learn to love ourselves and each other and transcend the limitations and transcend the things that have separated us for eons of time? I think that's what's happening. And so I wanted to share that with you this morning. I wanted to share about my beautiful soul and the beautiful messages from my own heart that some people think I don't even hear. I hear them when I'm ready to hear them. And all of your advice and all of your good intentions of trying to get me to open my eyes are well-meaning, but they will always be resisted till my heart is ready to receive, until I find within me the resonance that my soul feels in this last couple of hours and has actually been feeling over the last day or so, since I finally let go, and recognized the truth of what silence meant. Thank you for listening. Namaste.